Welcome to another interesting episode, an interesting week on Tea Time as we bring to you the biggest sentiment stories and, of course, analyze them. My name is Elsie Godwin and I have my co-anchors with me, as usual, Ife Omai and Ife Oluwashoke.
What's good?
I feel like this makes you look innocent.
I'm an innocent girl. Oh my God.
Stop it.
Have you seen the series Lucifer?
That's my series now.
That's the series.
I mean,
You're the female version of that guy.
I'm the female version of Lucifer.
How come?
I don't even know this is a compliment.
If you've seen the series, you would understand.
If what was that supposed to mean?
What is he?
He has your manipulative character.
Viewers 0906,5719. Do I look manipulative on this table? This is not fair. I don't understand. Do I manipulate you here?
No, not obviously. You don't work on me. I'm like the detective in that series.
Okay, so who do I manipulate here?
I don't know. It's just you. It's just something
She
about
manipulates
you.
herself.
No, it's just something about her. She has that effect on people.
Okay.
You understand?
So you used to...
It's kind of a good thing, though. If you
Yes,
watch
it's-
Lucifer, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing, actually. I wish someone could tell me that.
So what,
But
she's
I'm the
strategic?
detective in that. Yes, very strategic.
Okay, you should go to Big Brother Naija. Use that skill for
my
something
dear.
tangible. I'll vote for you. I'll carry
I know
crowds.
you will. There's so
I'll
many people
make
that
noise.
tell me they'll vote for me, but see, let's just manage
It's not
this
your
for fame.
brand.
Moving on, but I mean, we need to actually become sad right now because we're talking about Chadwick Boseman, who played King T'Challa in the iconic Black Panther. He died on Friday of cancer. He died at his home in the Los Angeles area with his wife and family by his side. Of course, he had no children. His death was a shock to many as his struggle with cancer was never made public. In a statement released by his family, Boseman was diagnosed with colon cancer 4 years ago.
A moment of silence for Chadwick. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen, amen.
I was sad. I was shook to my entire core. Because when I first saw 4 years, I was like, wait, Wakanda was in cancer. Every other, like, what's the other series?
21 Bridges.
21 Bridges was in cancer.
The five
Like,
blood,
Blood.
yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, I was shocked. And he did so much for the culture, so much. And you can never stop talking about him if you're talking about black people and talking about such an impact that he left, being the first superhero that had meaning, that was in the forefront and everything. I think even him as a person was quite dedicated to the community. He was such a pleasant soul, and I really wish that it was a lie that he didn't die like that. But he knew, and I'm glad that he knew, because I feel like that would have obviously made him a lot more intentional about how he was living. There was an interview I saw where they were saying, okay, what about Black Panther? So he's like, I'm dead already. And then they asked me another question, said, I'm dead already. Asked me another question, said, I'm dead. And then like, we don't want you to die. And I said, well, I'm serious, I'm dead already.
There are lots
so I
of
feel like,
things, if you go back to listen to his interviews, that he
Yeah,
was
he
saying
knew.
then, it probably won't make sense to a lot of people at
Yeah.
the time, but now it's beginning to
Yeah.
make sense. I think
and
as
then-
much as it is really sad, I think since you already said he knew, so I think that made him understand the meaning of life, and his life became a purpose for him. So he had to do something
lived,
that,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'm more inspired or more sad. So it's just in between, and I'm feeling everything at the same time, and I just want to say thank you to him, wherever he is. If he
I
can
like
really
that
hear
he
us.
lived. I like how the impact he had on my personal life. A lot of my friends were calling, and one of my friends had a conversation and said, if I want to give you flowers while you're still alive, because we're all going to die one day.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also shook me a little bit to be more intentional about my friends. And even social media, like when he started losing weight, I'm not going to lie, I was like, why is this guy losing so much weight? I didn't think it was drugs, even though I saw that speculation on social media. I just thought, are you like trying to, I don't know what it was. And I think that for me also was an eye-opener that I need to start being a lot more intentional about people. Like there's a lot of things that could be going on that people are dealing with that they don't know, and maybe show my affection and show my love for people while they're still here, because we're all going to go one day at least, and we don't know when. So I'm hoping that I can be as intentional as he was.
I like
That's what
the
I took
fact
from
that
it.
you touched on the fact that you don't know what demons everyone is dealing with. Everyone has a problem. Even the people with the brightest smile, the people with the best laughter are going through one pain or the other that you don't know about. So it just says be kind to people. And it also tells me that I don't have an excuse, you don't have an excuse, you don't have an excuse to be great. If a dying man still putting all his efforts, what about me? That I still have my life. I don't know. I haven't gone for a proper medical checkup, but by God's grace, of course, I think I have a very good health, right? So if I have a very good health and I have everything at my feet, what is stopping me? If a dying man can do it, and you didn't know, I didn't know. We were watching this guy. He gave us one of the greatest movies that we'll ever talk about, and we didn't know that. Then it just shows that we have no excuse. So to answer your question, I don't know if I'm more sad or motivated. I think I am more motivated because this man has shown the world that no matter what you're going through, you can conquer.
But death
I think I'm actually
guys.
more motivated as well.
No, it stings. I wish he was here longer. There's so much more that Chadwick could have done. So much more. Even with his wife, that they got married secretly. I wish they had children. I wish they had something that...
I'm beginning to think the not having children thing might have been a deliberate decision by both of them, knowing what he's going through. But whatever it is, I'm happy. I'm happy he's getting the tribute and respect he deserves from every corner. For me, I wish he was alive to enjoy his superhero moments longer, because he actually worked to be there. I mean, when I listened to his speech regarding his, when he went back to his university, Howard University, and he was talking about how he was fired from his set because he was trying to talk about how black people were being portrayed, and now he had the opportunity to represent black people in the way he would love them to be portrayed, and that didn't stay so long. And I like how he was really intentional about the roles he played. Yes, he wanted everybody wants to have a role, especially if that is your job, you want to have a role. But when you go the extra mile to say, I'm not going to play this role because it doesn't align with my beliefs and values, then it takes a lot of rejection, a lot of, leave that person on this side, but you still have to stay the course, right? So, I mean, I'm inspired, and rest in power is what I have to say. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, moving on to the next story. Burna Boy wins African Artist of the Year at Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. He becomes the first African artist to win it twice in a row.
It's his year. It's his year, isn't it? At this point now, I can't keep up with the awards, the accolades.
His wins,
his wins. I'm beginning to actually like the album a little bit more.
Nah, the album is good.
And I wasn't feeling it like that too. I was feeling like maybe 3 songs. After I'm just like jumping. But this weekend, I don't know, maybe it's because there's a memory attached to the song, and the people that I was with probably have vibed with the song a lot more. I was beginning to catch their vibe as well, like, okay. And then when I go home, I was also listening to the song myself. I'm like, listening to the lyrics and everything. So it's beginning to simmer down a little bit more for me. But like, I feel like I've been seeing so many awards. Some that are not even like grand scale. Like, people are giving him awards and stuff. Another thing I've noticed, because this weekends when I usually catch up with my friends abroad, I'm hearing the album in the background with people that are not even like music savvy or whatever. So it's not audio. These people are playing his music everywhere. I'm hearing it it's at airports, it's at cafes, it's at like places that you wouldn't even like think that they would even know African music or whatever. So it's pretty interesting I don't know how Burna Boy is feeling, but it's kind of mad to know that your voice, like your voice and your sound and the message and his lyrics and everything is being played in people's minds across the globe.
I think that's intentional, the fact that it's playing across the globe. When you have a PDD executively producing your album, we're not giving... Across the globe? Yes, it is. That's not even a question. And
I'm not playing PDD in my house, but okay.
Your house is not in the globe.
Maybe. So I think that's intentional. That's the worldwide effect. So sometimes you have to be deliberate about certain things you put into your work, certain people you decide to work with, because everybody's bringing something to the table, and the PDD is bringing a lot to the table, no matter how you want to look at it. We're not giving PDD all the accolades, of course. Burna Boy put in the work, but with a PDD on your project,
we are feeling his impact on the project.
Definitely.
Like PDD is not so, but it works. Everything worked together. And, the album is worth it anyway.
But another album was which is what listening to is Celia.
I was actually going to ask that question, like who was listening to the album? So you have and you love it.
There's no bad song on the album.
Have you?
I think I agree that there's no bad song, but I wish I liked.
Is there really a bad song in these words? So
Ah,
if you like it, you
yes,
like it.
so.
If you don't like
No,
it,
no,
They're bad
songs.
They're bad.
Okay, so it had no bad song, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I wish I liked some songs more. Like
Of course.
I wish there was some. I don't know. I feel like her lyrics has gotten a bit more.
So switch it up. No, I think what she did with this album is she switched it up. The only thing that switched it up.
Amazing.
Switched it up. I think she changed her style. That's what I mean, not switch it down.
No, even when you're switching, it has to be up or down. So I don't know.
It's up, definitely.
I feel
For
like
me,
it's
though.
very different. Like it's very, very different.
The only
and she got
song-
lazy with the lyrics a bit. The vibe of the songs are fire. Like if I wanted vibes, I'll play that album.
Yeah.
I definitely will. But I feel like maybe because I've known that she can give more when it comes to actual music,
that's what I'm
writing
saying.
and lyrics and depth and
There are
stuff.
two
I feel like
songs.
it's reduced on this album.
There are two songs that sound like what you're looking for now,
Yes.
which is Dangerous
And
Love
they-
and Temptation.
Yes.
Those are the two songs.
yeah,
But
yeah.
every other one is vibe only.
Yeah, it was just vibe.
Vibe only.
I'll have to go and stream this album again to feel the way you two are feeling. But Tea Time continues right after this break. Welcome to Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, where we bring you the biggest entertainment stories and, of course, analyze them for you.
You can have both parents and still end up as a useless child. I see them every day.
Most times I worry more about where I'm coming from and where I am now. And that determines my next step.
Why are you sounding like
Alibaba.
now?
Plus TV Africa, we're feeling good. No time to dull, everybody feeling alright.
I can still make music and people are still buying. Sometimes I look myself minimal IU.
Akpala music is for mature-minded people. I got DMs sometimes from Malawi, like,
Sleeping early. Welcome back. This is still Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Now on to Big Brother Naija 2020. Tolanibaj, Wathoni and Brighto becomes the 7th, 8th and 9th housemates to have been evicted from the lockdown season.
Do you know the only thing comforting about this eviction is that Wathoni went out? If not, the whole thing will have not made sense to me.
Why?
I didn't like that Brighto left though.
Me neither. I didn't like that Brighto left.
Yeah.
I didn't like that what's it called? Tolani
should go.
left. Let me tell you why. These people offer me certain vibes that I look out for in the show. That's one of the reasons why I'm still happy Lucy is there. They all bring a vibe.
I'm still wondering
for me.
how Lucy is still there.
Honestly. And I'm looking for what if you categorize the vibe that they're bringing, I feel like somebody that maybe would have been preferable for me to go would have been Tricky T or honestly even Nengi. I feel like Nengi is very boring to me. But
yeah, I feel like Nengi is boring but then
to me.
people love her. They love whatever
What
they
she
love
looks
about
like
her,
again now.
so
She's a fine baby. And television, you want it to be easy on the eye. So I get that, it's no problem. But she's boring for me. Nengi, all those other people, I feel like it'd be easy for me to just like, you know, be okay when they leave. But Tolani gives me serious vibes when it comes to Saturday. Like Saturday, I'm ready to watch Big Brother because of Tolani and Erica's vibe.
For the dancing.
What's it called? Tricky T for me, Brighto for me also gave me vibes in how he was cunning and how he was. I'm not saying I'm down for it or whatever. Like I like them and I stand them.
It was a good mix.
It was a good mix for me. And those two people had a lot of spice. Added a lot of spice to that, you know, that whole mix. So
last, did you vote for them?
No, I didn't.
So shut up.
No, so because I don't vote, I cannot talk.
You cannot talk.
Did you vote?
Because am I complaining? If you really wanted them to stay, what you would have done is pick up you watch this.
You vote for your stand now. You vote for your stand.
So who's your stand?
No, I don't mention it in case they fall my hand.
So, for me, I really don't care about these three that left. Apart from Lord Baelish.
I kind of like
Lord Baelish shown is just because of his evil deed. You know, there's something mysterious. How did you do that? Laugh.
Did you see that one of those clips that they showed? They said hug her for 20 minutes. What was he saying there? I don't understand.
Who? Brighto.
Brighto. He was telling someone to just hug her for 20 minutes.
There's something very mysterious about the guy that I would definitely miss in the house. But for Wathoni and Tolanibaj, I can't really be that bothered.
I was sad for Tolani.
I can't really be that bothered.
So the question now was Prince sad because Tolanibaj left, or was he sad because he realized that Tolani was having another interest in the house?
No, I think they were very clear before she left. They even did chop knuckle to dead the whole.
Done.
Yes, she
so
said.
Why was he that sad?
He said, I guess they still liked each other. I mean, the conversation that they had when she was sitting on his lap, so cute. She was like, I think maybe when we get out of the house we can try again. But when we're in this house, let's just do our own thing. So I don't think they ever said to each other that they didn't like each other anymore. They just didn't want to, do the things. I wanted to stand Tolani. When I first met Tolani on the stage, that was my person. I feel like fame fits her.
Yeah, it does.
But when she got into the house, she felt my hand in so many ways. But it is what it is. Let them go home, Sha.
But I'm guessing she raised her hand back in her eviction interview because she killed that interview.
She did.
Yeah.
She started interviewing.
Yeah, the interviewer.
No, she's good.
Then another thing that really caught my attention, Lekon, we can't do this talk without talking about Lekon and his lies. Or did he lie? Because some people are of the opinion that
some people are saying he did not lie. But me, I didn't see that. It was only that once when she was intoxicated at the party, yeah? And that conversation had gone past that.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I watch Erica quite closely, and if Erica wants to kiss somebody, she'll kiss the person. But Erica is a big flirt. If you see the way she dances on Saturdays, she's rubbing body, she was doing other things to Lekon. What she wanted to do with Lekon, that's one of my feelings now, please. That's too long of a conversation. What she was doing to Lekon is exactly what she had to do to Lekon. Lekon assuming that she wanted to kiss him he's pumping his own ego, and that's not true. Okay. That's how I see it.
That was exactly what I wanted to get. So Lekon was just misled.
Yes, he wanted to mislead himself.
Okay.
Okay.
But man, that was shameful though. He said, can we not talk about this now, like a little baby?
Can we quickly talk about V and Erica's whatever? When I don't know if you watched it when they asked Erica that why did you not advise Neo to whatever? Don't you care about the relationship?
I really don't care. I love that so real. Like that is real.
Brownie points for
I
you,
really
girl.
don't care.
That it pained V.
It pained her.
So last time that she was running her mouth and feeling like the boss.
Because my friend, look, honestly, that babe.
I really don't care. Like she didn't know that.
I like that. Brownie points for you.
We'll keep watching and see how this goes. I don't know.
And we can talk about. We have to talk about their strikes as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did.
They should remove that strike.
What?
She's walking on eggshells.
Who's on the strike?
Erica.
And
one
Kid,
more mistake, Erica is gone, and Kid as well.
Yeah, for they put a middle finger to
and
the
they're
camera.
saying that it's possible that there is a fake housemate in the house. That Ebuka even said it during eviction that we should guess.
I think
and if you have to guess,
is coming in. I don't
not
think.
coming in.
No, it's already
I know. They're just giving it.
It has to be Kid though.
You think so?
If you have to guess, so it has to be Kid. But I don't think so. I think Ebuka is just playing with our heads.
I think it might be Neo. Because Neo does.
Why are people voting for Neo?
That's what I'm saying. There's no. Have you seen?
Because
Neo?
I've never seen a conversation about Neo in the house.
That's why I think Neo is fake. Because most of the people, when they leave the house, they give their social media to somebody that it means something. Like they're working hard. Neo's page is not working hard. So it might be that it's because
and he gets
knows
the votes, and then you are not seeing.
He does not come out.
Him.
That could be fake for me. That looks like a glitch. But let's see.
And the only person that looks fake in and outside the house is Lucy to me.
No, Lucy.
Let's just move on before we spend the whole show talking Big Brother. Iroko TV boss announces plan to lay off 150 workers. In an article published on his website, the CEO, Jason Njoku, wrote, quote, over the next week, Iroko will be defocusing the Africa growth efforts, and we will revert to focusing on higher ARPU customers in North America and Western Europe. Even after pushing incredibly hard in Africa for the last 5 years, our international business represents 80% of our revenue today, end of quote. He went on to say this will unfortunately lead to a pretty dramatic change in the size of our Africa teams. There will be around 150 job losses. We're still working on the numbers, and in order to soften the blow, we're speaking with a number of companies who have taken an interest in our highly trained sales agents, end of quote.
I like the fact that they're trying to soften the blow because this is like a very difficult time for people. You to lay people off, even people that are still working. We've seen slashing people's salaries or globally, you understand? And so to lay people off, like, where do you expect them to? So getting them another job, people that are interested in getting them, you know, that's a good way to go. So I really like that. That's a company that really has the interest of their staff at heart.
I think I'm really, really worried about the trend that's happening now, because Europe is not the only people that I'm seeing that are taking off their focus away from African market to the international market, still selling African content, of course. And that worries me. I understand that it's business and you are going to focus on the focus that's focusing on you. And if there's more money coming abroad and everything, I get that. But at the same time, it's crippling the African economy. I think Iroko TV has been one of those places that gives me a lot of encouragement for media practitioners in Nigeria. It was good culture, because I know a few people that work there. The culture, the effort they make in training people, the level of professionalism they give. I'm not saying it's perfect or whatever, but it's really good for African standards. And taking away such a company, or the presence of such a company here, is sad for me. It's a bit sad and it's a bit worrying. And it's such a, it's like a rock and a hard place type thing.
Are you thinking of what it is doing to the African economy, or what the African economy is doing to the business? Because that's what the problem is.
It's both. Because the African economy is not helping, they're taking away the good things that we have to manage. Because we're forgetting that this place is also like, imagine somebody who's come out of uni now and entering Iroko TV, a Nigerian born and raised, for example, that opportunity that they have to be able to practice and, you know, craft, harness their craft in that way, it's such a blessing. Do you get what I mean? And that's been taken away now when you reduce the amount of people that you're going to be able to do that for. So yeah, I understand that money is important, but the impact, the good impact, the real impact that was given on people's lives, I'm kind of sad that that's been taken away. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it's sad, really. They've tried. They've really tried. If you have access to his website to actually read the article, then you get where he's coming from, on how they've actually tried to subsidize and make things work. He gave analysis and all. But then he fired shots, so he even mentioned names. One, is it Tony, say something, saying the person, trying to say that person is behind the people working with the government to stifle, because he also mentioned the new NBC rules and all, and how it's affecting the playing field. So he fired a lot of shots, and I don't know what that space is going to look after this, but I just hope that, like he said they will be around. This is not an RIP Roku thing. They're just focusing more on where the revenue is coming from, and also putting their workforce towards their area, not exactly using that money to service an economy that is not working.
It's the same thing that's happening to Ebony Life as well.
Well, she hasn't come out to give us a
that's
breakdown.
That's the rumor that's going on. I'm just thinking the big industries are moving out and not focusing their investments in Nigeria. And I know we cause that for ourselves, like you said, with this nonsense rule. That's what I keep saying. It's between a rock and a hard place, but it is super dangerous, because what would happen to people who are here? What structure can they insert themselves into to better their craft, or even have a tangible means of income?
We need to go though.
Okay.
I hope we figure this out.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching, and please join the conversation on social media with the hashtag #TeaTime, or tweet at us at +TV Africa. Also send your opinions via WhatsApp to 09060005719. You can watch Tea Time on RTTV and in London on Ben Television. My thank you as always go to my co-anchors Ife Omai and Ife Oluwashoke, and the entire production team. Thank you for watching. My name is Elsie Godwin. Do stay safe.